photography team, we have 4 or 5 different photographers always shooting at the same time, and we're all getting those photos to the same editor that does not live in our same city. And a lot of times we're shooting in different cities or states, and the number one question we get is how we get those photos to our editor and how we can return those photos within a week, being so far apart and oftentimes being out of town for a week after the wedding or things like that.
You are the one I love, yeah, you are the one I love.
I'm going to share with you how we share our Lightroom catalog. It's not going to be a super techie YouTube. I'm not going to go in and share exactly what each step means, because the point of this video and this channel is to simply show you what to do, why to do it, how we do it, and why it works, and not really get into the techie parts. There are so many tech channels for that, but what I want to show you is how simple it is, and not bore you / complicate things by going into the technicalities of things. So I'm gonna share my computer with you and show you exactly how I would send a catalog to my editor, how I would receive it, and pair those images back together. I'll walk you through how we import photos and then how we export the catalog to send off to our editor. So we're gonna choose some photos. Let's see here. I don't want to share too many. Let's look. We're gonna go back to these. So I'm not gonna select all of these. I'm just gonna go through and maybe choose a couple of photos so you can get the idea. So we have these lovely wedding photos, and we would cull them, and then we would put them into Lightroom. If you haven't watched our 1-hour workflow in our Photoblog membership, that is a good place to start to hear our whole workflow. So basically I'm just going to select, usually I would select everything, but I'm going to select some photos, and I'm going to import them, and I'm going to build smart previews. This is the most important step when exporting catalogs, that you're going to build the smart previews and then you're going to import them right here. And I'm going to close this over here while these import. Sometimes building smart previews takes a couple minutes, sometimes an hour if you have a bigger session. So then I'm going to select all of these, and then I'm going to go to File, Export as Catalog, and then we're going to save it as Alyssa's Catalog. And we're going to select Build and Include Smart Previews and include available previews, but not the export negative files, and we're going to export the catalog. Now we're going to go open up our Finder and go to our downloads. I saved it under my downloads folder, which is right here, and I'm going to compress the file right here, and it's going to take about 5 seconds, and then I'm going to upload this to my editor or email it to her if it's small enough, and that way she can edit the files. So when she's editing the files, she is going to, so I usually upload to Google Drive, or you can airdrop them, it doesn't matter. Then she's going to send them back once they're edited. Now, once I get them back, I'm going to just open this catalog. So it'll look like this. It'll say Alyssa catalog. It'll be the same exact catalog, just edited. And then it's going to open up edited one. Obviously, she hasn't edited them yet, but it's going to look just like this. I'm going to have these 5 images. And as long as I did not move the original photos from where I imported them, if they're still in my hard drive or if they're in my to edit folder, they're all still there, and then they will automatically connect the original on Smart Preview, as you can see in this far right corner. A lot of times, if you move the photos, then the file will be missing, and you'll only have the Smart Preview. Your editor or whoever you're sending them to, even if you're sending them to yourself on a different computer, will only have the Smart Previews. These are tiny files, big enough that you can edit, but they are not big enough to export. They don't look as good. They're not the full file. So make sure you get the original files back with the Smart Previews. So we would send them back, or our editor would send them back, and then we would export them and upload them to the gallery. She is just in charge of editing them and sending them back, and then we still do the delivery. So now, this is how you are going to be able to outsource, and then you export them, and everything is just the same as normal. So this is how you're going to be able to outsource your editing, or be able to move pictures that are on your desktop to your laptop when you're traveling, or share them with somebody else. It's a great tool to use, especially if you have a team or if you're looking into outsourcing or hire someone to edit your photos. And it's really quite simple once you get the hang of it. And also, smart previews load so much faster. It's almost easier and quicker to edit on the smart previews than the full files. Thank you for watching this video. I know it's a more technical one, so if you do have questions, please leave them below. But a lot of times it just takes some trial and error and practicing it, watching the video a couple of times of how I do it on my computer screen, and then trying it yourself. So it does take a little bit of time to go through all the different steps and figure out how to export and how to zip and all those things. But once you do it a couple times, it'll be like second nature. We do this with hundreds of sessions and weddings a year, and we have never had problems with sharing them and getting them back. And we would love to hear what you want to hear from us next. Leave a comment with some either technical stuff you want to learn, or business or marketing or photography, whatever it is. Please leave it below, and if you like this video, please subscribe, because we don't plan on stopping these anytime soon.
You're the one I love.